In this Jose, I would like to speak to the chosen ones. You know what I'm saying? And this is gonna be like an overall 360, you feel me? But I do got some specific points I want to point out. You know what I'm saying? Now, the 144,000, the chosen ones, right? The elect versus the elite. Let's talk about it. Let's get into a more smooth space so we can open up the heart. Hey, y'all want to see what the background look like? I got to get to work. Do you see what the vibe is cooking? Positive vibes. But yeah, man, the chosen ones, man, the 144, the elect. You understand what I'm saying? Each one teach one, and we are all pillars. We are all vibrations to make this realm a reality. And those that reside in the darkness, those that reside in those malevolent forces, those secret societies, those that try to keep this world going around, which is not the world that everyone lives in, but they're trying to get everyone to live in this one world. You understand what I'm saying? As a chosen one, this is why you deal with the isolation. Let's go into that chapter. As a chosen one, you realize, because it has been a conversation, is it 144,000 individuals, or is it 104? Is it 104 hertz? What is it? You understand what I'm saying? That's the question that debate. That's the question that's debatable. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't have all the answers, but what I do have the answer is that it is a specific frequency that we are all supposed to arrive on before specific things start to shake up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I would say they. Then you're gonna be like, who is they? But we all understand that it's either that you are awoke, you are have awakened, or you sleep. There's no in between. It's no more waking anybody up, right? So all the chosen ones, I don't know because I'm not in their bodies, but I'm in my body. But as a chosen one, you should have been activated, and being activated, you should be going through several different trials and different tribulations of life so that you can return to your original vibration, so that you can remember, return and remember, not to rewrite, to return and remember to your original vibration. And that's what all chosen ones is supposed to do, and that's what's going on. And I don't know, it may have been some chosen ones that fell short, and the chosen ones that stayed active had to pick up more responsibility. But I could say this, as a chosen one, the trials and the tribulations, we're going to speak about the isolation. You have to be separated from people that's on low vibrations. You have to separate yourself. Yes, life is about ups and downs, highs and lows. You got to ride the waves, because sometimes we get low vibrational, but their natural state, their nature is low vibrational. And that's when the isolation starts to come into play, because you understand what I'm saying? You understand why there's a middle class, the rich and the poor. You understand what I'm saying? In the wealth class that we are in the wealthiest class. We are the wealthy ones. We are the richest. You understand what I'm saying? And spiritually deprived people, spiritually poor people, mentally poor people, you understand what I'm saying? Have to be separated, or we will be ejected and have to be separated from them. You understand what I'm saying? You got to realize that the picture that we're painting is not the same sentence that they stuck reading. You understand what I'm saying? While we constantly and steady flicking through the chapters, reading other books, they still on the same book, still reading the same page, stuck on the same sentence. And we didn't change. We didn't better our ways. You know how some people just don't get better, they get bitter. You know what I'm saying? And we was willing to alter ourselves and elevate when most people just said, hey, they happy with where they at. They you know what I'm saying? It could be people older than you, but age don't have nothing to do with this. It's about an energetic and where you have to go at in your journey. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, some people died because they still was living in 2025 like it was the 90s, and people don't want to upgrade. You can't teach your old dog new tricks. You understand what I'm saying? And we constantly getting enrolled to new pup schools, new paw schools. They scared to get their paws dirty, so they stay with the same mindset, mind frame. You know, they might get a little bit more slicker with it, but it's the same old them. They still coming from the same playbook. They just changing. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna get what a wide receiver at instead of being what a running back normally be. That's all. And the Most High realized we were willing to change inside and out. And that's why some of us is unrecognizable to people that knew us our whole lives. You understand what I'm saying? Because we went through the changes. We went through the trials and tribulations. Most people, God put us in these situations to see if we're going to call on him. And a lot of people called on people. And God was like, nah, I can't put you in position because you're not willing to lean on me. You know what I'm saying? You're willing to go to your manager, your boss, your cousin, but you're willing to go to everybody outside you besides going within yourself and dwelling within me, dealing with me. So God realized these people not no option. It's not optional. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we get separated, and that's why the isolation starts to happen. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a tree. It's like a coconut tree. You could grow some coconut trees in Miami, but you can't grow no coconut trees in Denver. No, no. So we get separated, you understand what I'm saying? So that we could be placed into the soil that is fertile, that has the nutrients that we need, that resonate with our mind, body, and soul in the time that we was born in this universe on God grandiose, beautiful land. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why the Most High eject us from our friends and our family members. And it ain't no hard feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's just that sometimes you outgrow your old shoes. You understand what I'm saying? Some people still wearing the same shoes. The only thing difference is they didn't color on their shoes back then when y'all used to walk on side each other. Now they got colors on side their shoes, and they can't recognize you because you ain't even in the same shoes anymore. So that's where the isolation comes from as the chosen one, because you got to get tuned up. You understand what I'm saying? You got to get tuned up, man. When you bring the car to the mechanic shop, there's only one butterfly that come out the cocoon. You understand what I'm saying? So God has to take you from this world so that you could become and you could receive a greater perspective and a brighter horizon. You could see things for what they are, not what you wanted to see them for, not that the perspective that somebody may have indoctrinized you to have. You understand what I'm saying? But the perspective that the Most High needs you to have, so you could see things as they are. You know what I'm saying? And you could judge things as they are because we are His judges. We are His witnesses. We are His strengths. We are His weapons, and we are His tools when it comes to the Most High, the creator, the source, and not the creature of this realm of reality. You understand what I'm saying? That's why the isolation happens as a chosen one. You understand what I'm saying? It's a tune up. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a tune up. You understand what I'm saying? That's all it ever been. And if you ever look at it as anything else, and that's where the problems come at. And that's where things get pushed back further than what you expected because you're not getting a lesson. You understand what I'm saying? That's where the isolation comes from. That's why we had to leave our friends and our families behind because their bodies might have changed, their financial states might have changed, but a lot of people spiritually, energetically, still the same. You know what I'm saying? And as a chosen one, we don't even get that opportunity, dog, because we have to constantly grow. We have to constantly deal with this. You know, it's somebody that we pass up, and we don't even know these people, and we gotta. Let me tell you something. 144,000 is the clear the frequency, the fix this realm of reality and put it back into its normal homeostasis level. When all the chosen ones get back online and get in the frequency they're supposed to be in, you're gonna start seeing major changes on this realm of reality, and things gonna start to shift, because all the chosen ones are the pillars that keep this realm of reality active, healthy, and open. I want y'all to watch this a quick clip or check out this game on YouTube called Soul Reaver, right? In Soul Reaver, I think it was called Asgard or Nosgard or one of them. Asgard, Nosgard, one of them. And in Asgard or Nosgard, in Soul Reaver, there was 12 pillars, and the 12 pillars were the guardians that kept the different realms and kept Nosgard in a healthy state. And then once the 12 pillars were destroyed or corrupted or they died, Nosgard fell apart. So that is what's going on in our realm of reality, and that's why us chosen ones also deal with targeted individuals and getting gang stalk and community harassment, because we are the reason why this realm of reality will come back to homeostasis, come back to the light, come back to peace. And if it doesn't goes back to that, it's because the darkness, the fallen ones, have been destroying too many chosen ones, been destroying too many pillars. And what does a pillar do? It holds the structure up, it holds the house. So the chosen ones are very important. You know, this I know a lot of people be like, don't get egotistical, don't think that you're better than anyone. I mean, let's be honest. You are better. And you're assigned a better mission, which means you have to move better, smell better, feel better, talk better, think better. You know what I'm saying? Pulsate your energy better. Yes, because you was given a better road than majority of the people. But the thing about it is not to get conceited, but you know you can see it. You understand what I'm saying? But to have your confidence, the confidence given from God, because that's part of the keys, that's part of the fuel. You understand what I'm saying? To keep this engine running. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, I mean we all here with a purpose. You dig? But it's like we chose to be sacrificed to put everything back in place. You understand what I'm saying? So down here, we don't get to do what the wicked get to do. We don't get to parlay and play and ball out and splash out and crash out like the wicked do, because our consequences will be better than them. Our consequences will be worse than them. And that's the same reason why our rewards are sometimes better than them. I ain't gonna say sometimes, majority of the times. That's why in the book it says, do not envy the wicked. You understand what I'm saying? They gonna continue to do what they do because they doing what they supposed to do. There's fallen entities, there's AI, not all AI, but certain AI, majority of the AIs that want to eradicate the pillars, that want to eradicate humanity itself. You understand what I'm saying? That want to eradicate principalities and the seven virtues that'll bring you in the uplifting state. You understand what I'm saying? So as a chosen one, that's why you deal with so many haters that you never met in your life. You understand what I'm saying? Because if they hate you, they hate themselves. And that also mean they hate the one that created us. You understand what I'm saying? So it was never personal to begin with. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to realize, as a chosen one, we are working to get back into frequency. We are working to get back into remembrance. We are working back to remind ourselves and remember who we are, because it's a lot of witchcraft, fallen angel technology. It's a lot of poisonous in the food and the air, where they trying to get us to not remember who we are. But we're getting closer and closer to stepping back into our authentic selves, stepping back into the selves that we remember ourselves to be, because we not of this earthly plane. We just here, but we are not from of here. We just passing by. So don't let the passengers, you know what I'm saying, pass you by. We passing them by. You know what I'm saying? And as the chosen one, bro, your life will never fully belong to you. You are a guardian. You are an angel. You are people saviors. You somebody's savior that don't even know they need saving. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes somebody be like, oh, here, take this money. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Or sometimes they be, oh, I wish I had something I could give you. You don't got to give me nothing. All you got to do is tell God thank you. Talk to God. That's all I say. When I help people out, and whether they trying to give me money or they don't even have the money to give me, all I ask is that you say thank you, God. You ain't even got to say it in my face. You ain't got to tell me. You got to tell him. Because the next time you're gonna need this assistance, and you don't give grace, you ain't gonna have this assistance. It ain't gonna be another me that walked past down the street and your car stuck in the sand 3 feet. I don't know why you drove down the street, but your car stuck in the sand 3 feet, and you don't have nobody to help you. You don't have the money for a tow truck, but for some strange reason, God sent one of His weapons and one of His tools to come and get you out of this whammy, out of this jam. So all I ask is that you give grace to God. Just give thanks. You ain't even got to pay me. God already paid me. He gave me the strength to be able to lift this car out the sand by myself with you in the driver's seat, putting it in reverse. God already paid me. I ate today. I woke up today. But if you want to give it any extra, you want to pay it for the next person, if they need help down the line, yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be beneficial. You know what I'm saying? But all grace goes to the Most High, man.